a pink palace overlooking the Mediterranean. The Villa Ephrussi de Rothschild. To the world, it's a masterpiece of architecture and a paradise of gardens. But behind the perfect facade lie secrets. Dark secrets. The story of a rebel baroness, an insane construction, and a life of such extravagance, it defies belief. Today, we're not just taking a tour. We're uncovering the truth. You're watching Escape to Europe. We believe that behind every beautiful place in Europe, there is a powerful story waiting to be told. A story of strategy, risk, and the art of building a dream. If you believe that too, subscribe and join the journey. Our story begins not with a building, but with a woman. Baroness Béatrice de Rothschild. Born into one of the wealthiest banking dynasties in history, Rothschild family. At 19, she was forced into an arranged marriage with a Parisian banker. A notorious gambler and womanizer who infected her with his addiction. Her life was a gilded cage. Unhappy and childless. But then her father died, leaving her a colossal fortune. Over 700 million euros in today's money. And with that fortune, Béatrice decided to do something radical. She would not be a victim. She would become a creator. She would build her own world, a kingdom of beauty, free from the judgment of society. And she chose the most beautiful and most difficult piece of land on earth to do it. So, how do you build a palace on a narrow, rocky, windswept hill? With extreme difficulty and a touch of madness. This is the second secret of the villa, its almost impossible construction. The land was so unstable, it took 7 years of dynamiting and construction just to level the ground. Béatrice was a legendary perfectionist, so much so that she fired over 20 of the leading architects of the time, one after another. She had a vision, and no one seemed to get it right. Eventually, she took over as the master architect herself. She was often seen on the construction site and shouting orders through a megaphone as if she were the captain of a ship. She designed the villa to resemble a steamship, one she had traveled on as a child, the Ile de France, and she fell in love with it. Did she perhaps fall in love with the freedom of the sea, the freedom she had never had? From the loggia of the house, the sea could be seen on both sides, as if she had never left it. She would never feel trapped again. She would be free and strong like the sea. Next secret: 9 gardens. They were not just gardens. They were her fantasies made real. From her gardens, the Baroness traveled the world. Spain, Japan, and France. Everything visible from her rooms. Legend says, if she didn't like the look of a new garden from her window, she would order her 50 gardeners to rip it all out and replant it overnight. An obsession with beauty, funded by infinite wealth. If you appreciate stories of such bold visions, hit that like button to support the channel. Now for the secrets hidden within the parties. With her palace complete, Béatrice filled it with life and extravagance. This is our next secret, the legendary parties of the Villa Ephrussi. The guest lists were a who's who of European society. But the real stars were often her pets. The Baroness had a personal menagerie that included 2 monkeys, a mongoose, parrots, and gazelles. Her guests would often find a monkey sitting next to them at the table. Or her favorite mongoose, Mungie, sleeping on a silk cushion. It was a world of opulence, eccentricity, and high drama. But as she grew older, Beatrice became more reclusive. She spent her final years here, surrounded by her art, her gardens, and her animals. And this leads to the final whispered secret of the villa. Some visitors and staff say that on quiet evenings, they can still feel a whisper of old glamour on the Mediterranean breeze. A sense that the Baroness is still watching over the beautiful world she created. Upon her death in 1934, she didn't leave her fortune to her estranged husband. In her final act of rebellion and generosity, she bequeathed the villa and its entire collection of over 5,000 works of art to the French Institute. She wanted her personal paradise to be preserved and shared with the world forever. So, the Villa Ephrussi is more than just a pink palace. It's a monument to a complex, powerful, and fascinating woman. A testament to what's possible when immense wealth meets an unbreakable will. A story of escaping a gilded cage by building an even more beautiful one. At Escape to Europe, we believe every corner of this continent has a story. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.